Have you ever had one of those days when you just felt so shitty you didn't want to get out of bed? For 30 years, I felt like shit. You see, I had a great life, but what brought me to my knees was life itself. More than once, I wrote the note. It said, "I love you all. I'm so sorry." When Robin Williams committed suicide, the world was shocked and wondering why he had it all. But I understood because that was me. I had everything. Wonderful husband, beautiful children, but behind my beautiful life was a secret that until today has never been told. And it's hard to understand. It's even foreign to me now. But I was a prisoner in my own mind. In addition to the debilitating bouts of depression, for 30 years I suffered with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. They say everything starts in the gut, and it's so true. In my life, there were highs, but there were many bad lows, and often I was left hanging on a thread. I should have. I was freaking shooting all over myself. But the anxiety and diarrhea took over my life. I was always on the hunt for a washroom. Even those gross gas station washrooms became my savior. Funny, most people can't live without their Tim Hortons coffee. I couldn't live without their washroom. And on the drive to take my daughter to school in the morning, there were many mornings when I couldn't make it. We'd have to stop, she'd be late for school again, and I would run into that Tim Hortons and plow down any of those coffee lovers that got in the way of me and that bathroom. But the gut-wrenching pain, combined with the gut-wrenching anxiety, turned into sleepless nights and days of hell. It's like an emotional avalanche. It starts out with a hairline crack in the foundation, one that you can't even see. And then there's rumblings underneath of dread, doubt, worry, and not good enough. And then the crack gets bigger and bigger. And that's when it happens. Your whole world falls apart. And then you just so desperately wish that the crack would open up wide enough so you could be swallowed whole, lost forever, disappear. The fear of failing at everything became the broken record that played over and over in my mind. I'm a bad mother. I'm a horrible wife. I suck at my job. I just can't do this life. I felt so out of control. I worried and obsessed about everything. Even in my home, everything had to be in its order, in its place. But behind the closet doors, it was a mess. And that was a metaphor for my life. I remember waking up in the hospital, wishing desperately that it was just a bad dream. But it wasn't. I'd been hospitalized for attempting to take my life. And over the course of my life, this would happen 4 times. The last time being 2 days before my daughter's high school graduation. When I was writing this talk, there were so many parts of it that made me sick to my stomach. But I knew that the truth had to be told because my truth could be someone else's truth. My worst episodes landed me in the hospital for a week or more and months of outpatient care. And eventually I would get better, but I would never look back. I would block out the months of mental and emotional anguish, disassociating myself from the experience, from the self-imposed stigma, from society's stigma. Even a nurse at the hospital said to me, "How could you do such a thing? You have children." People say it's a selfish act, but the truth is it's not a rational mind that attempts to take their life. The last time it happened, I knew I had to look back. I had to heal. Because what if next time no one was there to save me? I learned, and I shared a little bit. I learned that it's not your fault, that it's not just about willpower or willing yourself to think differently. It's about the power of belief. Back then, I doubted myself. I wasn't enough. I wasn't worthy. I cocooned myself. I didn't ask for help. But in my healing, I learned how to turn the power of belief around. The truth is, I am good enough. I am worthy, and there's no one else in the world like me, and that's an amazing thing. The power of belief can work with you or against you, and I practice it daily now. And as hard as it is to share my deepest, darkest secrets with you, it is amazing. It's brought me to where I am today. The best part of life is that my closets are still a mess, and I don't care because I love life.